you know, it's like, I really don't mind losing the job so much, but it's job hunting. I hate job hunting. You guys have done it. I see nods here. Because, you know, you gotta do interviews. And isn't an interview like a date? It's like a first date, isn't it? And you dress up, and you pretend to be something you're not. And you spend the entire time, like, figuring out, am I gonna get screwed? But I think interviews are like drunk talk, isn't it? It's like when people drunk dial you, because they want to all of a sudden ask you something ridiculous or tell you something really urgently. Or talk shit to your face at an interview, right? And the guy's like, so I Googled your name and I saw these YouTube videos. What's that about? And I'm like, there's some videos of my performances on this, stand-up comedian. And he looks at me, totally straight-faced, and goes, huh. I never guessed that. Yeah. So, to my face, that's drunk talk. And they ask you these really just idiot questions. You know what I mean? What's an interview question I would ask? Like, oh, this is a good one. Like, all right, well, I see you here. How are you different outside this interview? I'm actually an old Asian woman. They'll be like, they'll be like, they'll try to get clever and be like, so, what question are you hoping I'm not going to ask you? You spit or swallow? That would be awkward. Or like, so where do you see yourself in 5 years? Probably still in this interview. Oh, gosh. That's like drunk talk, right? But another part of job hunting I hate, personal references. You have to give out personal references. So they call your friends and find out all your secrets, right? And see, like, I have friends with kind of a quirky sense of humor. So that goes right off the board for me. I can just imagine it'd be like, Neil McGarry, is he there now? Get out. Get out. He's out of rehab already? Damn. They say the third time's a charm, but rehab was 5. Or, Neil McGarry. I haven't heard that name since the last Amber Alert. So, anyway. I have to tell you this story. Because I feel to be connected here. That guy's edging toward the door now. So, we talked about getting older before. One of the things about getting older, it's really vexing, is that your body starts to kind of betray you in strange ways. A couple months ago, I started having some pains kind of down here. I'm like, oh gosh, you don't want to have pains down there, right? Hernia. It's a hernia, right? Because I'm kind of athletic. I play a sport. I play ultimate frisbee. You guys ever hear of it? Woo! Right? It's kind of like football, but for sissies. I did that. I owned it. So I'm thinking hernia. I got a hernia. So I go to the doctor, which is a big deal for me because I have serious doctor fear. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of doctor, like foot doctor, ear doctor, doctor of philosophy. I'm terrible. Well, you don't have a stethoscope. But I think you went down my pen. Never mind. That's right, you're the straight guy. So anyway, and I have to say, doctor's visits are really intrusive to me because they just touch you anywhere and make comments about it. The doctor's turning you open wide, he's in there with the tongue depressor, and he's like, I'm back here really deep. You have a good gag reflex. Well, doctor, if I had a nickel. Actually, I used to charge $3. So then he's like, I think I should do a genital examination, right? And this doctor's young and cute, right? So here's a problem arising. And I'm like, oh, doctor, I'm sorry. And he goes, I would never have known. Oh, thank you. So he's like, I'm not really satisfied yet. Let's do a rectal exam. And I'm like, you know, down my throat, between my legs, up my ass. Am I paying you? So, you know, he gets done. Has a cigarette. And then he's like, you know, I think I'd like you to have an ultrasound of your testicles. And I'm like, wait, ultrasound, isn't that what they give to pregnant women? Like, what are you trying to find? It's a boy. Well, two. So, I schedule this ultrasound. Have you guys ever done an ultrasound? For those who haven't, what they do is they cover the area they're going to scan with this like clear, cold, jelly goo, right? And then they wand you, right? So I'm lying on the table with gooey balls. And the technician has all the bedside manner of that murderer from The Silence of the Lambs. So he's like, it lifts its scrotum above the towel. Or else it gets the goo. So, Eric, so my doctor gets the results. He said, well, Mr. McGarry, that's all right. You don't have a hernia. He says, you have a testicular infection. And I'm like, whoa, doctor, I am in a long-term monogamous relationship. Like, how did I get an infection in my balls? Like, did I leave them out in the rain? Are those my balls on your table? I'm sorry. I always leave those around. And he's like, no. You know, these things can happen outside of sexual intercourse, especially to somebody, you know, your age. So basically, getting older is kind of like all the downsides of fucking a Broad Street hooker. You don't even get to punch her out at the end. So, all right. So let's see. You know, I want to talk more about things that bring us together. So, something else that brings us together. You ever noticed that we have this idea that other Americans might not understand us unless we kind of mime what we're saying? You know, like, I've been in this shop and people say, oh, I forgot. Can I get a spoon? Like, if they don't do this shit, Joe's going to be like, spoon? Give him a fucking clock. And what if we made different hand gestures? Like, do you think people wouldn't understand us? If I were like, hey, can you speak up there? Get me an espresso? Time. So what else brings us together? Oh, text message. You all text message. Oh, it actually doesn't bring me together, because I gotta tell you, I got one of these old cell phones that still has a rotary dial. So I'm like, and I'm not good at typing with my thumb, so all my texts come out like, running, late, be there, smooth, cute. So you guys text message? Yeah. You text messaging now? She's back there like, can't talk listening to this Count Chocula motherfucker. And that's my time. My name's Neil McGarry. Thanks for coming.